Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be reading books that I really want to finish before 2025. There are so many books still on my physical TBR that I haven't gotten to yet, and I would just really love to have as many read before 2025 as possible, because there's books on my shelves right now that have been on there for like 2 years maybe. I'm really rooting for them at the minute and I just want to binge this book. I am in such a reading mood and it's all I want to do. I also really want to listen to Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I saw this was on Spotify and I just thought I might as well use up my little audio book hours on this one, because it is quite a big book and it's been on my physical TBR for a little while now. Well, not that long, like not as long as other books, but I think I got this one maybe in September because I heard a lot of people saying it's a really good autumnal book, and that's why I picked it up, but I never got around to it. So I would love to read this one now, because if I don't read it now, I don't think I will read it until like next autumn/winter time, because I'm very much a seasonal mood reader, and as soon as the new year is coming in, I'm kind of going on to like Valentine's Day romance books. Even though I do like to read fantasy quite like throughout the whole year, I do need a little bit of romance, and I don't think this one has romance in it. It might, but it is YA, so I don't know. I don't know a lot about this book. I just know that it is a murder mystery, and I think the main girl is just trying to solve this murder that happened a long time ago. And yeah, that is all I know, but I would love to start listening to this one today, and once I know a little bit more, I will give you my updates. And then if we have time, I would really love to get to Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. This book has been definitely on my radar since summertime. I saw a few people reading it and reviewing it on YouTube, and I heard really good things about it, and I just thought the concept was so interesting. So I don't remember which one it is, like if it's the boy or the girl, but one of them has facial blindness, so they can't recognize people as easily as other people would. So I don't really know how they're gonna go about that in this story. I just thought, I've never heard of, you know, a romance book doing this before, and I think it could be really interesting, and I think the conflict could be definitely different than what I've maybe heard before. So I'm really curious about this book, and it's one that I'm kind of always thinking about. Like whenever I decide on a new book, it's definitely one that I always consider. I've just never gotten to it yet, so I would really love to get to this one, but I think I am going to prioritize the other two first, because I'm definitely more in the mood for those ones. Now that I have some time this morning, I'm going to continue reading Out on a Limb, and yeah, I'm excited about this video. I need to get these books off of my shelf and onto my read pile instead of my TBR pile. So a little update, I am about halfway through Out of a Limb. No, Out on a Limb, and I am really loving it still so far. I feel like all my opinions kind of stayed the same from the last time I kind of updated you. I just love the way these two main characters talk to each other, and they're so good with their communication, and I just again feel like this is so realistic. Like if this were to happen in real life, I just feel like, you know, if you are a healthy person mentally, then this is maybe how you would react to the situation. And I feel like this is like they're doing the best that they possibly can do right now, and it's just really nice to see. And I'm kind of dreading some sort of conflict happening, and I just want them to end up together and all of it to be happy and great. But yeah, it's just a really cute story, and I don't think it's cringy at all. Like I genuinely just think it's so hyper realistic and refreshing to read. But yeah, that's kind of like all my updates. I suppose it's not really any different, but I am halfway through. I feel like this book is maybe taking me a bit longer to read, but that's only because I'm just super busy at the minute. But I did finish listening to the audiobook of Truly Devious. I feel like I just completely did not tell you anything about that book. So Truly Devious is a young adult murder mystery, and you kind of get the backstory of this school that our main character ends up going to. And this school was made for basically child prodigies, and the guy that made this school was this very like rich billionaire, had a wife and kids, and one day he gets sent this threat, and it's through like a riddle, and it's called Truly Devious. And the wife and kids, I can't remember if there's two kids or not. No, the wife and child basically get kidnapped, and they're held ransom because they want to get money off the guy that owns the school. So there's all this going on like back in the 1930s, and there's never really any conclusion to it. I don't really know what ended up happening, apart from the fact that the bodies just kind of disappeared. There was never any resolution. The guy that owns the school never got to see his wife and kids again, and he was just left to deal with this guilt and confusion around the whole situation. So it's this whole big mystery surrounding the school. Fast forward to years later, we meet our main character, and she goes to the school because she really wants to solve the mystery of these murders. Well, supposedly murders. I suppose we don't really know what happens, but we're assuming they were murdered. And as she is trying to figure out what happened all those years ago, a new murder takes place in the school. So she kind of gets stuck into that as well, and is trying to figure out what has happened to this person that's been murdered. And it just kind of goes on from there. It is very smart. Like I really like the writing style in it, and I love the riddles that, you know, are being brought forward in this book, and I just thought it was an entertaining read. However, it did end in like such a cliffhanger where I felt like we didn't really get any answers. Like you 100% have to read the second book to kind of get any answers from this book, and it kind of annoyed me because I thought we're gonna at least get, you know, some resolution on the murder that's taking place in nowadays. And then maybe the next book could maybe follow more of the one that happens in the 1930s, or vice versa. I don't know, I thought we would get maybe some answers, and I thought it would maybe just be a different kind of mystery happening in the second book. However, I do still want to read the second one. I did find it enjoyable. I hate reading a book and I feel like there's no answers at the end of it. Like I just find that really annoying. So that did bring my rating down on it, and I don't know what to think of it. Like my brain is kind of saying 4 stars, but I honestly think it's maybe like a 3.75, because I almost feel with a lot of young adult books at the minute, I have a bit of a disattachment towards them, because I feel like I can't connect with any of the characters, and not that I even need to connect with characters. I just find some bits of it a little bit like cringe, and it's just the way like they talk to each other. I don't know, just some things make me a little bit cringe, and I feel like I can't fully understand how they're feeling and like connect with them in a way where I really care about the characters. So for that reason, I think it's more 3.75. Like, it is a good book. I would recommend it and I will recommend it. But yeah, it was annoying, the ending just kind of not giving me any answers. So I think I'll pick up the second book in the new year, because I am not allowing myself to buy any more books in 2024. I'm gonna do a big splurge in January and treat myself, and that may be the next, or one of the books on that long list of books I really want to get. I have about 20 minutes here before I need to leave, so I'm gonna sit and read Out on a Limb and probably just have the best time. I am loving this book so much. I feel like it's not giving me 5-star feeling, but like a 4.5 maybe. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, so I'm gonna continue reading this, and hopefully I will finish this one soon, because I don't want it to drag out too much and then end up not enjoying it. I just need to find the time, and I think on my lunch break today I might treat myself again to a little hot chocolate or a coffee or something, because I just feel like I deserve it, even though I'm doing the bare minimum, but still. This lighting is a little bit horrendous, but I'm so sad I have to go to work now, because that chapter, or the last few chapters, was just so good. And I like really rarely laugh out loud at a book, but there's some really cute and funny moments in this that like just really do it for me. I think it's so cute, and I just love our main character so much. I'm gonna be really sad, I think, whenever this book is over. I do think she has a new one coming out next year though, and I'm assuming it's about another couple that's in this book, so at least I don't have to wait too long to then go on to the next book. But I unfortunately have to go to work now, so next time I will probably read will be on my lunch, and I really want to get just like a lot of reading done today. I'm in such a mood to read this book, and yeah, unfortunately I'm on a very awkward shift, so I start at 1 o'clock and I don't finish till 9:30, which means I'm getting home at around 10ish, which is just too late for me in my opinion. But next week I'm back on early, so a lot more reading will be done then, but hopefully I'll finish this book before next week. There is simply no lighting that's going to make me look good right now, so I'm just learning to accept that it is one of those days, and that's fine, that is okay. Also, this is so not reading related, but I have just had one of those days, you know, where like you're off work and David's also, no, he's not also off work, he is working today, so it's just me in the house, and I just feel like I haven't went outside, like not really that much, and also it got dark at like, I would say 3:30 today. It's now 10 to 5 and it's pitch black outside, and it just, these days feel so long. Like, I hate days like this so much. I prefer whenever I'm off to be really productive, and I just haven't felt in the mood to do anything like that. So I finished my book. Anyway, swiftly moving on. I finished Out on a Limb and I really loved that book. I feel like everything was done perfectly for romance. Like, I cannot fault it at all. However, I don't know why it didn't give me a 5-star feeling, because this book literally was perfect. Like, the conflict was great, even though there really wasn't that much of a conflict. Like, everything was so realistic. I loved it so much, and I really recommend it to anybody. I really can't take myself seriously looking like this. I am actually sorry for your eyes, so I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. I finished that. I gave it, I would say, a 4.5 star. I don't know how much like, I will think about it because I really liked it, but it just for some reason wasn't giving me that 5-star feel. So since it is 1 week until Christmas Eve, I think, I thought that I should read something very Christmassy, and you really can't get more Christmassy than A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And I think I have read this one before, but maybe I haven't. Have I? I can't overly remember, to be honest. But it's a really short book, and this is a really nice copy as well because it's the cloth bound, obviously, and it has like illustrations in it as well. Let me try and find one. Like, I just think it's so cute, and I love this. What was that? Oh no, that was the bookmark, I think. I love the story of A Christmas Carol. I love the movies, specifically the Jim Carrey one. I know everybody prefers the Muppets, I think. Like, I just think that's offensive. You need to watch the Jim Carrey one if you haven't already. So we are gonna be starting our Christmas movies tonight. So Dave and I have decided to watch a Christmas movie every single night until Christmas Eve, and I think it's a really cute idea, and I definitely want to watch A Christmas Carol, but I just thought it would be really cute to read it first. I think gonna listen to it. It's on Spotify. I'm not sure how many hours I have left on that, but I'm assuming that this book will only be like 3 or 4 hours long because it's like 100 pages or so. It's 125 pages, and while I'm listening to it, I'm gonna be playing some Animal Crossing just because I am in such a weird mood and I want to be productive so bad, but then I also like don't want to do anything as well. I've just made the lighting worse by turning that on. Can you hear that? That person annoys me so much, so I'm just gonna turn that down because I really hate them actually. So that is what I'm going to do for like the next hour, I would say. And then after that hour, I definitely need to sort out my hair because I washed it yesterday and it's all over the place. I just kind of let it dry kind of naturally. I blow dried it a little bit, but yeah, it's just feeling a bit gross. Was that yesterday I washed it? I swear all the days are turning into one, but I definitely just want to make myself look a bit better later on, so I don't have to worry about straightening it or curling it tomorrow because we have a very busy day tomorrow. But anyway, I keep on rambling. I'm going to play some Animal Crossing and listen to A Christmas Carol. Oh my god, Mybee Island has all the snow on it now. You know, like whenever you play this, it's obviously like different seasons. It finally has all the snow. So I'm very excited about that. I actually got this game, well, I got my Nintendo Switch last Christmas. So whenever I first started it, it had all the snow. So I really didn't know what every season was going to look like. And I loved the autumn seasons the best, I think. But I'm excited to have the snow back. I'm literally just going to build some stuff and try and get my island rating a bit higher because it's currently on a 3. And I'm assuming if you get it higher, then you can access more things. Started editing this video, and as you can probably tell if you've kept up with my videos, I did not really complete Bookmas at all. I think I got like 3 uploads, so I apologize for that. It's been crazy the last few weeks. It's just been so busy and I've been so tired, but it's actually officially 2025 whenever I'm recording this. It is New Year's Day and I really want to get this video up today, and yeah, I just realized that I completely forgot to record any kind of ending, so this is why I am now filming it. I did end up finishing A Christmas Carol and then I went to go and watch the movie, like I think the night after, and the movie is so accurate to the book. Like all the little details have been put in there, and I just really appreciated that movie so much more after reading it, and I feel like it's always going to be a 5-star read for me. I think I will try and read it next year as well because it was so atmospheric, and I love the kind of gothic element to it as well. Like it's obviously a classic Christmas story, but it's not like your stereotypical Christmas story, and that's what I love about it. I love, yeah, like the ghostly elements, and I just loved it so much. I give it a 5-star, and I don't think that will ever change whenever I read it again. To do a little quick recap of the books that I read in this video, I read Out on a Limb, and I did end up giving that one a 4.5 star. For some reason, it just never gave me that 5-star feeling, but I loved that book so much. I really recommend it to anybody who likes their romances, and I just felt like it was done perfectly. I wouldn't change anything about it at all, and I'm really excited for her next book. I then also read Truly Devious, and I think I said in this video that I would give it a 3.75, but I actually think now that it's been a few weeks, I would maybe lower it to like a 3.5 because I haven't really thought about it that much, and I kind of forget what happened. Like I feel like I'll need to do a quick little refresh of what happened in that book to go into the next one. So yeah, I really haven't thought about it at all, but I obviously know it was a good book and I enjoyed it while I was reading it. Like I was very entertained. So yeah, and then I obviously read A Christmas Carol, and honestly, ever since finishing A Christmas Carol, I haven't been really in a reading mood that much. I think just because of the chaos of Christmas and working in retail, I really haven't been in a book mood, but I am now, and because it's a new year, I feel like I'm always motivated to read again, so I'm excited for that, and I will be recording a little video doing a vlog of the books that I am wanting to read next. That brings us to the end of this video, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all had a really good New Year's Eve, and Happy New Year to everybody. This will be my first upload of 2025, and one of my resolutions is to post weekly, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I would like to post a few videos this week, like if all goes to plan, but we'll see. I can't like make any promises, but I do have a New Year's resolution to really post more this year, so hopefully you will be seeing a lot more of me. And yeah, have a good New Year's Day, whatever you're getting up to.